I only had one question to talk about in my Ticket Attack Live. And that was, is this a new Disney villain? So then you insert yourself. Okay, fine. Okay, Frozen 5. In Frozen 5, okay? Arendelle is besieged by mole people. And they are currently wanting revenge for the time I never solved the murder of my lover. Uh, because what happened was I went down there to try and solve the murder of the scientist that I loved, the geoscientist. And I busted a bunch of heads using mediocre magic and rudimentary sword skills. I busted a bunch of heads. I was really lucky. And they're like, well, I suppose we'll let him run rampant as long as he finds the killer to his beloved. But he never did, because what happens is I got tired. I got tired, and then I had to go back. And the thing is about going to solve a murder underground at the city of the mole people is you gotta always factor in the time it takes to get back to the surface. Okay, and I didn't do that. So then there I am down there, and I'm just exhausted, man, after trying to solve the murder of my beloved geoscientist. And then I find that I've got to still go all the way back. And you don't want to be like that movie where you dreamt going back, then you realize, no, you're still there. No. So you got to go up the mole stairs. Okay, there's these massive stairs, and the moles are like, we didn't build those. Those were here when we got here. Just think about that for a second. Okay, massive stairs. Okay, giant stairs for giant beings. If you're a giant being, why would you live in the center of towards the center of the earth? Not the actual center of the earth. Well, maybe, I don't know. And what you got to think about is it's like blanket therapy. Is if you're giant and you want to feel like you're getting squeezed and hugged like in a warm hug, because a lot of giants have autism spectrum disorder. The gravitational pull of the being so close to the iron core. Okay, it's the pressures. It's either gravity pressures. Wait, does gravity even work underneath the ocean? I mean, underneath the mantle? But the pressures of the underneath the earth are like a warm blanket. So if you're a giant and also neuroatypical, then you love living at the center of the earth, because the pressure is very comforting and soothing for you. Okay, so don't say that there wouldn't be giants at the center of the earth. You'd be like, oh, well, they would love to see the earth and sky and trees. And I'm like, would they? Because their birds would be like little bugs to them. Do you walk around like going, oh, and look at all the bugs? No, you don't. No, if there's going to be animals that make the surface of the earth enjoyable for massive giants, those animals would have to be giant animals. And is that what you want? A giant goose? You want a giant goose. So, it's, don't even get me started on spiders. So, no, they're at the center of the earth, and I never solved the murder of my beloved geoscientist. I promised him I would. I broke my promise. Now, when I go there, I've burned all my goodwill. But I've still got to find out what killed him and where his body is. Although I assume it's got melted by the molten lava. Because I imagine, well, I mean, below the city of the Mole people is quite a lot of molten lava. That's right, there's something even further underground than the Mole People City. I told you the giant stairs, there's giant stairs, there's caverns that go with those giant stairs. Giant caverns. And they go into the center of the earth. Now you say fine, but it's actually some kind of portal underneath the crust, and you you underneath the surface, and you actually just go to another dimension. Well, then fine, you go to another dimension then, but still the giants are there. Put put their brick shit house. Same difference. Okay. So it looks like I gotta go back to the city of the mole people. Find the killer. That's your daily affirmation for the day. Is if there's a murder to solve, you should do it. Like solve the murder. Don't do the killing yourself. That's don't do that. It's not worth it. It's violence that will be perpetrated and reflected back into your life tenfold. Okay? So don't do it. That's maybe a bit of a negative way to start the day, but I just wanted you to be aware that there's consequences, okay? Take care of yourself.